Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CONCAFA Pod. I am Bubba Gumpino, joined by two footy legends, Brek Shea and Geoff Cameron, back to where it all started in Stoke City. How does it feel to be back there, brother?
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant, mate.
What's the
I'm
weather
not
like?
fucking, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit grim here.
Brothers Grimm?
I'm in
Dark.
Manchester and I take the train down in the morning. But no, it's been brilliant, man, to go you get back, you walk into the training ground. You know, there's been a lot of chop and change over the last, 7 to 10 years, really. But there's some familiar faces, former teammates. John Walters, sporting director there, which is amazing. And then, Ryan Shawcross is one of the assistant coaches on the first team. So,
Oh, Shawcross is there?
yeah.
He's still fucking laughing about being up 6-1 on Gerard and the boys? That's like the greatest quote of all. That thing recirculates every 3 months, dude.
Yeah, no, honestly, dude, I sent him a message. I didn't give him the heads up. Like Waltz knew I was coming in for like the last couple months. We've been chatting on a regular basis. And this guy is so funny. I'm like, hey, Ryan, I'm going to be in the training ground today. It'd be great to see you. And he goes, yes, mate. All good. Chat later.
How long's it been since you've seen the guy?
Well, when he was in Boca, when he was at Inter,
He was
kind
on the
of we
medical
would
table.
catch up like 3 or 4 times before he left to go back.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, that's the most Ryan Shawcross response you could ever get. Is like, yes, mate, all good. Chat later. You're like,
Yeah.
Hide you.
but you know what? It's great. Like it's kind of funny because they've done a lot to the training facilities. So I mean, really, it's amazing to see the growth and see there's still a Premier League Cat 1 academy system. So um, it's just the first team obviously trying to get back to the Premiership, but the facilities are improving. They're building a whole first team building that they were talking about that when we were there, and now it's almost finished. So it's a kind of special moment because even the secretary Julie, she's there and she gave me the biggest hug when I walked in. She's like, "You're all right, Ducky," and it was just like it's just fun. It gives you chills. It brings you back happy moments,
Yeah, you spent a lot
I
of
mean,
your
that
life
training
there,
ground's
man.
been nice for
Yeah.
even a prim team for a long time.
Yeah.
You're
So,
a fucking Stoke City legend, brother. Never forget
Yeah,
it,
you are.
man.
oh, cheers,
You're
man.
all right,
Oh,
you
cheers.
okay?
Dude,
Cheers, geezer.
I grew up watching you play, man. So it's cool to see you go back there, man. For sure, that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll be back out here in February, right?
Yeah.
So keep it. We'll get. Hey,
Just
get
remember.
this time
Just
instead of the
remember.
bucket hat. We'll get the
Yeah.
top hat.
Hey, just
Yeah.
remember when you go to that game this weekend, who you're supporting. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna be in Liverpool section, so definitely supporting Liverpool Scousers, man.
Where's it at?
At United, we need a
Oh,
fucking win,
nice.
dude. We need
No,
one.
no. It's at Liverpool.
Is it at
man.
Liverpool?
It's at Liverpool.
Oh, I thought it was at United. My bad.
Yeah, no.
He'll definitely be supporting now.
Yeah.
For sure. Sorry, the light. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to get
he
hit.
looks you fucking in a nightclub out there.
Yeah, he does. I was wondering if I was the only one seeing that.
Oh no, I didn't want to say anything. I was gonna let it go the whole show.
Just
Then
glare.
say it
I
at
like
the
it.
end. 1-1 draw with Ecuador. How do we feel about the performance? Poch said he's happy with the way team's coming together. I thought Balogun played well. I thought they played some good footy. Ecuador's decent. Would you like to get a win? Obviously, but I don't think this is a step in the wrong direction, I would say.
Yeah, Brek.
I agree with Gumpy. I was happy with what I saw. I like the three in the back. I think it gives us more options going forward and a stronger base in the back. And with our personnel, I think we can get more players on the field, higher up the field. There were some really good bouts, right? Like some moments that you were really happy with. I thought the goal was great. Pressing, won the ball, couple good passes, and scored. I mean, a little shaky off the post, but overall performance, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think they faced some adversity in the beginning. They overcame that, and it just for me it showed what we talked about last time. We wanted to see some resilience and some fighting together, working together, and and I think there was some players that were missing, but I think he's still putting together a group of players that he thinks and believes will be in that squad for the World Cup, and I think he's getting closer and closer. I think he saw a lot this time around, and I think it kind of shut up some of the critics because I think it was like we showed that Ecuador's like you said, it's a good side.
They're a tough
Um,
out too, in like a war, it better, like in a World Cup tournament like that. A team like Ecuador is going to be a tough out. That's just
Yeah.
how
for
it goes.
sure.
They're ranked. I think.
No
I
fit,
think
so strong.
they're like 24th ranked in the world. U.S. is like 16th. It was always going to be a tough match, but you got to win tonight. You have to beat Australia, even though
Yeah,
Canada couldn't because Jesse Marsh is a fucking.
Well, you got to think like their games that they're playing against some of those
you had to throw
other.
that in there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did.
I want to touch back on the rankings. Like Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong. Like they're 24th, we're 16, but think about the opponents they're playing on a daily basis. Like you got to kind of wash those numbers right there. I think they're a better
For
team than that.
sure. I mean, they're playing in South America, and there's really no slouch of a team that they're going against, and they perform. So I believe we played against them in the Copa America, or maybe we had it friendly. I don't know. Maybe
We had a friendly in Red Bull Arena. I
yeah,
remember because I was playing
I,
against Valencia and I was like just looking at the
yeah,
guy. I
yeah.
trying to
No,
mark
yeah,
him,
we
but I was
did.
just like, oh my God.
They had two Valencias. I remember, yes, because we played them in Copa America as well. And they're like, dude, they're rat like they rat around the field. They're energetic.
Dude,
They
so
leave it on
strong,
you.
so fit,
They're that
so
South
fast.
American style that just never give up. And that's kind of like that's what you're gonna face. That's the tempo, the intensity and I remember Jurgen would always talk about being nasty and not being nasty in a malicious way or being dirty players, but be like the rats, like that just they never stop. They're always just nipping at your heels and they're biting you. And it's like that's what you're gonna get, that pressure and that consistency. You get exposed to that, and this group just faced that. Hopefully tonight we show that dominance and we kick forward and we take that. Hey, we had a good game. Okay, now we got to build from that and keep going. So, and obviously we have another international weekend in November. So yeah, man, I'm really positive with it. It's funny to see all the people come out of the woodworks again and oh, this is brilliant. Well, have patience, right? We talk about patience and just waiting. There's obviously there's a method to the madness, and we all know how difficult it is. And just another thing, I know I'm chatting a little bit, but I was talking the other day of you think about the England, right? I'll jump to that where it's the first time England hasn't had players from Man United, Chelsea, top clubs. And then you look at the German national team, you look at the Spanish national team, and think about where those players come from and what they're bringing together, right? Most of the players are coming from what? Real Madrid, Barcelona, a couple filled in from other clubs.
Yep.
And then you got the German national team. Okay, you got a couple in Spain, maybe one or two here in England, give or take, and then the rest are in Germany, Bayern Munich, Dortmund. And you think about like what the managers are, they're managing that style, right? You have a system, and most of the German players, they don't just get bought at a young age and they're playing for a Spanish team or a team in England. They've gone through the German system, and now these coaches they understand that the identity of the national team. And I think sometimes people don't understand how difficult it is when you got guys from the MLS, different tempo, different standard. You got a guys in championship, you guys got Premier League, you got it in the Italian league, Bundesliga, everywhere kind of coming together, all different types of training, different types of tactics, styles of play. And he's trying to figure out, hey, we got to bring everybody together, and he's trying to put that all together. and it takes time sometimes, and he's trying to bring his own methodology, and I think that's really important for people to just understand, because it's not like other countries where Brazilians, they have that style, they just know it, but they're also going through an identity crisis as well. So just that was just my little piece on that.
I like
Good
Chris
point.
Richards too. I think Chris Richards is a real leader on that team, man. I like when he speaks. I like the way he plays. I think he is a real leader on that team, man. I really like him.
He's really stepped up in the last
Oh
couple
yeah,
months.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. He's taken
and
a
it's kind of
different.
what we needed.
Oh yeah, exactly. And he's
Yeah.
he's not as scared to speak on things too, which I love. I do think that England stat though. I think that gives them almost a better chance to
Yeah,
because it's
more
we
to
talk about it
prove.
all the time, the toxic shit too, man. Liverpool
Yeah.
doesn't have any English starter anymore. I don't understand I know Jude Bellingham's coming back from injury. I didn't understand just not having him at camp. I would have just brought him in to bring him in, me personally.
Yeah, I think I mean,
You just created more drama by not bringing him. You know what I mean? Like
Do you think the media and what we're seeing
yeah.
being created, or do you think there actually is drama, or did Tunchel talk to him and be like, "Hey, look, this is what I'm thinking." Maybe it was
Yeah.
behind closed
But
doors.
I just just
I
by
think it's more of that, Breck.
yeah, like it's probably nothing, but you're just giving. I just think you didn't need to do it. Like for all the players that were at camp, just fucking invite him, man, and have him there. Unless truthfully
Yeah.
he wanted the time off.
Well, a lot of
Yeah, I
times,
mean,
like he could try to call him in, and Real Madrid's like, no, he needs to be on his regimen and rehab because we want him back. Just that happens sometimes.
yeah, it happens a lot actually. The players that, at the end of the day, their club team is the one that's paying the wages and doing everything. And the last thing they want to do, if he's not 100%, maybe just come back from injury, and they're like, you know what, it's too much of a risk for him to go there when he's still dealing with a little bit of this. I mean, I've gone through it personally, and the club didn't want me to go, and it's they have to release you, so then the national team do their medical thing. But if the club team and the national team have a good relationship, they usually communicating to another, hey, he's dealing with it. I think if it was more important of a match and
Closer
it was
to
like a
World
must
Cup too.
needed,
Yeah.
yeah, I think he'd probably be in there and he'd take the risk. But if there's no stress on the game, okay, give him the rest, because we're going to need him maybe next month or something like that, where it's going to count for something. So you take your rest when you can. We talked about, Christian
Yep.
getting the rest in the summer. If this is an opportunity before a long season ahead and then going to the World Cup, shit, you're going to take every advantage of that.
Just because it's Jude, you know what I mean? Like
Of
anytime the
course,
English media, any story about Jude, they're fucking running wild
you hit
with
the nail on the
it.
head,
Dude,
man.
buddy.
That's a storyline to chat shit
Dude,
about,
oh
and it's
buddy,
all. I mean, I've seen it on Sky
every
Sports.
clip I scroll fucking Instagram, every reels fucking people. It's like, dude, it was like
Dude,
in the fucking. He hit that bike kick to tie the game in the 96th minute, and people wanted to bench the next game. It's like, man, like, can
I
we
mean, the
fucking
whole
stop, dude?
the whole topic that I've seen all day today at the training ground on Sky Sports was Rashford and Jude. Like literally all day was Jude, Rashford talking about his relationship with Man United. Why can't he perform? Why wasn't he performing at United? Now he's starting to perform at Barcelona.
Why do you
Like
think they all want to leave?
you said it. I mean,
They're gone, and they're still the number one thing on TV. It's just crazy. Kane
Yep.
talked about it. We talked
yeah,
about it last episode. Well, Gumpy,
yeah.
I want to bring up
It's
Jeff, what you were just talking about the clubs. Like we were talking about Gumpy, Diego coaching. Like right, he could have helped U20s out,
Yep.
but Barcelona called
massively.
him back. He has to go, right? He has no power. Plus, I think he would want to make Hans Flick happy and be there. But it's hard as a U.S. fan, right, to watch that. But we know it's for the
Yeah,
better. But he could have been a big part of that team and helped them
Well,
do
we
something.
we talked to him there, and I remember the last thing he said to me. He's like, "I'm so fucking excited for this U20 World Cup." That was the last thing
I
he said to
know.
me. And then as soon as I was like, "Man, like that's such a situation where it's like your whole life, you wait to get called up to the Barcelona team, and it's like you get called up, and then you can't go play in the U20 World Cup." The Morocco was up 1-0. The goalie has a bit of a blinder on the second goal, and then it's like that's just it's all like it's just such a tough situation, I imagine, for him to be in. But like, it's also unbelievable for him. He's on the first squad for Barcelona as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those, man. Like I dreamed of, Breck, you were fortunate to go to a couple youth World Cups, right?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and how cool, and yeah, I'm saying, but like how cool of an experience that is as a player at a young age. And now you got to just imagine, like, you're through that whole qualifying, you're going through that whole experience, and you're there, and then now you have this opportunity. You've been working so hard, you're being patiently waiting for the opportunity at your club team, and then all of a sudden it comes at the same exact time,
Same
and
time,
you
but
have
you want both.
zero control over it, and they just say, hey, come on, you're with me. You must be gutted inside, but you know what? Just learning and speaking from, obviously we had the chance to spend some time with him, and he's such a very well respected, well mannered young lad, and really, like, just very very mature. So there's no doubt he's got the support, and now they're, obviously Barcelona's gonna, and they value him for a reason.
Yes.
And then Lewandowski's hurt as well now, muscle tear, could be out for a little bit. I mean, Marcus.
That's killing us right
I
now,
know. I don't
guys.
think he's gonna get the 50, boys.
50.
But
Fuck.
I mean, massive opportunity for Rashford. They're gonna. I think Barcelona's gonna sign him before this season ends. Man, he's been
I
so
hope.
good for them. Man, it's great to see him playing well. And I mean, Yamal's out, Lewandowski's out, Rafinha's out. Like, it's crazy to think at this point in the season, like, Rashford is the end
It's
all
the
be all
guy.
for Barcelona right now, which
Yeah.
is good
Yeah.
for him, man, after having a tough go to the end of
I,
his United career.
I think
What
he
about the?
thrives in that role, being the guy. I
Oh,
think that,
yeah.
especially in a new environment, I think he's gonna. I hope, and I think he will.
He's got everything to gain, really nothing to lose, because he
Yes.
can't really go any any further from the bottom of where he was at. Like,
Especially playing up
well,
top
not like
too,
in a
man.
negative way,
No,
but
but yeah.
the way he was treated at United towards the end, just, you could tell there was that marriage, of that relationship was just done. They there was both toxic for each other, and
At the end, or
it,
still?
still, but
Both.
it was an interesting, perspective, though. I heard on Sky Sports today that, every manager that has come in, you know, managers have to adapt to the players that they get, right? And there's a style of play, and you can't expect a player to change his whole style and his system, right? But that's from a coach's perspective. But from a player's perspective, the player has to learn to adapt to the manager as well. So there's got to be a little bit of give and take. And I think it's just been known that it it's this way or that way, and there's no compromises, none of that. And I think it's just because there's been so much chop and change of a manager given time brings in, and you're hearing more about that. Man United gives the reins to Tag, and he goes, "Oh, I'm going to bring all my guys in." Boom, blows up. Now they got to get rid of all those players. They got to get them out. Now the new manager comes in. Here, we want to give you everybody that you want. Now you have that chance. It's not working out. So, and all that time, you're changing the identity, you're changing the culture, and you've just lost the culture that you've worked how many years to build, and you forgot about that identity. And I think that's the challenging part of you learning about how to maintain clubs and their status, and you know the style of play. It's really, you have this definition of what the club is all about. You sign these players, and the manager comes in, and they have to adapt to that system, that style, that is really the authenticity of the club. So it was an interesting perspective. There's a lot of people talking about that today, and the compromising of players and the compromising of the coaches, but it's not like that
Yeah.
in the world.
He's also a versatile player too, like left wing, right wing, up top. Like, when he's locked in, he can fucking do it all, man. And it is awesome to see. And Man U probably have time now to get that all figured out because Amarim's got 3 years.
I was
3
gonna say when you were talking about that, Jeff, do you think, dude? There's no
I
way it
shouldn't
makes
be
it
laughing
the
because
way
you
they're
watch
doing.
No,
United.
I can't. I
United's
can't.
gonna
No
beat
way.
the United's gonna beat Liverpool this weekend after I've been talking shit for so long. There's no way
Um,
that's true, dude. 3 years. I'll be sick, by the way, if that happens. But
no, I'll turn it off. I'm gonna be honest. I won't watch him anymore. But
I don't
I
watch them
mean, we've
anyway.
talked about it. Yeah, I just feel like it's not them, and you can't. At some point, you can't keep on saying a mistake or yeah, we're not up to it, and
Time,
just slaughter it
player.
and slaughter the players because at some point your system's not working.
yeah,
You know, and you look at Pep, what he's done. You know, you look at who he got rid of, for the keeper. What keeper? Well, he got rid of it because they're not really playing out of the back anymore,
yeah.
right? They're playing a little bit more direct. They have a little bit of both styles, and I think that's where like the Premier League is adapting. And then you got this one that is not adapting at all. He's so regimented with his system, and he's not changing it. Well, that's like you hit a nail on the head. Like
Well, now
at
they're
some
like, and
point,
now they're like re-upping Harry Maguire. It's like, what? When would you have ever thought that Man U would re-up Harry Maguire after everything that's happened there? And I'm a
and
Harry Maguire guy because
me too. I'm
every time he
I'm a
plays for
fan.
England, he's fucking lights out, which I love. And he's shit for United. It's great for me, but I never thought we'd see a day where Harry Maguire would the possibility of he being re-upped at United after everything he's been through there.
Yeah, it's actually a bit mental. But hey, shit happens in football, man.
Dude, look at Forrest, dude. The guy wants to fire Big Ange already. Sean Dyche, this is how this can end. We're gonna have
Oh my
Sean
days.
Dyche saving Forrest from relegation at the end of this year, and that
Yeah.
owner's gonna be running on the field with Sean Dyche. I can see it now, dude. I can fucking see it
The
now.
grass isn't greener, man. But that's
It just shows you that when the owners step in, sometimes they don't have a clue, and then they kind of want their way, and it just goes to shit.
I mean, at
Happens
the
a
end of the
lot.
day, you have guys that if you hire a manager and like I say, you have a sporting director, you pay them the money, or the chief exec, you pay them the money to manage the club because they have the background, they have the knowledge of football, and they're like that bridge between the business side of things, but they also understand football. And sometimes ownership and owners don't understand. They have the money and they are passionate, and they can do whatever the fuck they want, but they have to
At the
listen
end
to
of the
their
day, they're still a
advisors,
fan.
and they're a fan. So sometimes it becomes emotional, and obviously the fans got emotional when Mark Hughes got sacked, and it should have never happened. It was just one of those things, and then the club and the ownership have to react on the fans being upset or whatever, and then it becomes a domino effect, and then it's that one big decision turns into turmoil over the years, and it's just you look at it. Look at how well Forest has like developed in what they've done over the last couple of
Unbelievable,
years,
dude. Like
and now it's
we're
gone.
yeah, like we're a few years removed from them like not being in the Prem. And now
They were
they were fighting for fucking Champions League. Like are they
they were
in
about to get financial fair play.
yeah.
If they didn't get promoted, they were done. They were going to get hit with all these financial fair play sanctions. Like they had to get promoted. When they did, and fortunately that they did, they go up and they started kicking on, and they just went up that way. And now it's gone like that, and it's sad to see.
I
It
understand
really
as
is.
an owner you have that ambition to want to like win the Premier League and Champions League and all that, but I don't think you got to be realistic at some point and realize like I don't think people realize how hard it is to have a top 10 team in the Premier League.
No.
Legitimately. Like
It
that's a
just shows
fucking
how ruthless it is.
yeah, like if you're not one of the teams, the massive six that have the big money, I don't think people truly realize how much of an accomplishment it is, even top 10 to stay in the Prem every year if you don't have the money to fight against these other teams. And it's like you went from I would have every year if Forest was top 10, I would have said good season for them. Legitimately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what is so beautiful about the game in England in the Premier League. Because at any point, anybody can beat anybody, whoever shows up. Even the big games, the big teams, they can't take a day off. Because guess what? If they do, That's them losing a top 4 spot, top 6 spot, whether it's Champions League, Europa League, don't matter. And then you know what? The lower half of the teams, they pick up 3 points, unexpected points. That's massive towards the end of the season. And that could be the difference maker of you being relegated or your team finishing the top 10 and you bringing in an extra 50 million for the club, because the higher you finish up, the more bonus it is for the club, the more money that's probably going to end up in your pocket. And it is crazy because that's why it's so competitive. But at the same time, you don't perform the relegation. That's the beauty of it. That's what we are fully missing in the States, in the MLS. And I'm sorry to say it, it won't ever happen to him because the ownership and the MLS just won't ever take that risk because it's too much of a risk for the owner. They wouldn't invest in it.
No,
You know, it's
they'll
just,
never sign off on
but
it.
the USL, on the other hand, they're going to implement that, and I'm telling you, it's going to write some stories for sure.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that all goes, especially if we talked about it last week, if there's big money coming in. I mean, that changes everything real quick, man.
Yep.
And
Yep.
those environments, even if it's 10,000, man, if those places are packed because of how small the ground is, it'll feel like so much more.
And then guess what's going to happen? There's going to be everybody been watching in because it's entertaining.
Oh yeah.
And then it's going to be on every show, ESPN, you name it. It's going to be all over because guess what? That's actually more entertaining than an MLS match that doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
All right, they get to go.
Three
Well, that's the
games,
thing.
one game.
That's where we've
Playoffs?
gotten it. Yeah, the MLS season right now is like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I'm betting on it. I don't even like, are people showing up? It's like, I would have never thought that like Messi played that game because the whole Argentina squad was there. That was also, I mean, that just shows you how much they fucking respect that guy. That was a cool moment when he scored and all those lads were celebrating. But at this point in the MLS season, like,
But
none
don't
of it.
you think that's kind of Mickey Mouse, though? Let's be honest, man.
What's
Come
that?
on. Like, okay, Inter Miami play Atlanta during international duty. No one, like, there's one other game. Like, come on. You let him go play.
Jordi
and then he's gonna-
Alba's retirement match in Miami, dude. They gave him
Last
send
home game,
off
regular season.
all
But this is the
time.
problem. This
That's
is
why
the
they call
problem
you an
where
Inter
people don't
Miami
respect.
hater, dude. That's why they.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not a hater. I don't like the fact that the league changes its rules. They do just. It's like,
Unless it's an
okay.
all-star game, you better fucking be there. You better fucking be there.
You know what I'm saying though? Like,
Oh
Messi
yeah,
could just
for
say,
sure. Yeah.
They do what they
Done.
want, when they want, where they want.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're constantly moving the sticks, no matter what. That's how That's how MLS works. That is what
Don
it
Talk
is.
about the other game.
where are you at? Let's get him on the show. Let's ask some tough questions.
Who?
Sit down, let's go. Let's have some questions. Don Garber, let's go. Let's get him on here.
DG.
Yeah,
He's
why
too
not?
deep for us.
I'm telling you, man. I would like to see.
He's gonna be doing the moonwalk off of this.
Oh yeah, fuck, he'd be gone in a minute. I would like to see Inter Miami win it, but I'm telling you, dude, Mueller has this Whitecaps
Vancouver.
team, buddy. I'm telling you, I think
Can we talk about that game?
fucking Breck's boys might fucking bring it home this year, dude. They're inevitable at the moment, man.
Did you see the goal Berhalter scored that they didn't count?
Berhalter's been on fire, man.
Did you see that?
No, I missed it.
Bro, he took a shot in like the 89th minute, and the goalie saved it, and then his leg kicks it in. It's clearly over the line. They don't even review it because there was no camera in the goal. How do we not have?
They don't have goal line
How do we
technology.
not have goal line technology? I really
don't?
don't understand. Or a camera somewhere. They couldn't even review it because the camera angle was from behind his body.
They don't
I mean,
have. What's his?
This is insane.
Are we
I'm
just
watching the
learning
game.
this? They don't have
Dude, it was
goal line
insane. I
technology
couldn't
in
believe it.
MLS.
Say it again?
They don't have goal line technology in MLS.
No, I mean apparently not. It was right there. But all right, whatever, that happened. I'm cheering for Vancouver. Obviously, I played for Vancouver and Orlando, but I'm cheering for Vancouver. It was kind of a reflection on my life. I watched Miami play Atlanta. I played for both those clubs. And then Vancouver versus Orlando. I was like, God, did I ever like hang out one place? But whatever. I digress. Dude, it was like the 94th minute for the 5 minutes, and Vancouver's just casually passing the ball around. It was unbelievable. Just passing. Then Mueller gets it. And I'm thinking, get it in the box. They're just passing.
He's like
Mueller
falling
gets it.
down.
Dude, it was
Dude,
unbelievable.
he went around like
Dude,
10
just
guys.
walked it
It
in.
was
Just
walking in
banged it.
slow-mo, dude. I was
Dude,
like,
it was.
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, are you kidding me?
I think
It's like storybook from the guy.
the playoffs are going to be good, man, because I think there is some like very good teams. It's top heavy, but I think there's some very good teams.
So who are we favoring now? Hey, I'm putting the pressure on you guys. Who
Me?
we thinking?
I mean, I'm going
Who-
down with the Inter Miami ship, but that's
I'll
just
go with Vancouver.
yeah. I feel like Vancouver's the side you want to be on right now, and who's LAFC fucking with Sonny? They ain't fucking lose either, man. That's
No,
Philadelphia just won it. Like I think those four, you could argue for any of them.
Yeah, I think it's just who can get through the 10 games that they have to go through the playoffs.
They announced, dude,
That's just one round.
the best of 7 in the first round. When they announced Brad Guzan's retirement today, it took everything in me not to tweet. Do you remember when he got stuck in the net in the playoffs last year? Inter Miami
yeah.
scored, and Suarez came and pushed him back into the net. That was the most diabolical thing of all time.
He
Shoved
couldn't
him-
get out. He was
shoved
so
him
angry
back.
he couldn't get out.
shoved him back in.
And you don't want the polar bear getting a hold of you. No
Yeah.
chance.
What a
No
run
chance.
he's had. Holy shit.
But incredible career. True professional, top guy. Really, it's funny. I sent him. So I was flying through Atlanta to get on the direct flight to Manchester. As I'm going down the escalator, I see this huge, big-headed, bald guy, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe you should have a wig." But I digress. It
Yeah.
was more. I sent a picture and I said, "Oh, look at this big-headed muppet," and he's like, "I just said, oh, great to see you in the airport." But no, incredible. Kudos to him, man. What a top guy. Incredible person overall. Like just
Incredible energy.
yeah, just an honest guy. And I really do hope that he sticks with the club and he does something with inside the club, because he is someone that has so much to offer off the pitch with his knowledge and experience that it would be very, very, very stupid for him to be not involved. You know,
Yeah, hell of a career, man. He fucking did it
dude.
all.
Cheers to you, Goose.
Here we go, Goose.
I'll have a pint for you tonight, mate.
I have a pint in the streets. Well, Jeff, good luck out there, man. Like I said, we started with it. I hope you take it in out there, man. You deserve it, man. You're a fucking legend at that club, and enjoy that
Thanks,
game.
man.
Enjoy Liverpool
It was cool, man.
United.
Just to go through it, and it's great to be back. Obviously, I'll be cheering for. I'm gonna cheer for Liverpool this weekend. Man.
You'll never walk alone.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm fucking cheering for Liverpool.
We need it. If we lose,
Good,
if we
we need
lose
you
to
to come
United,
back.
hey, if we lose to United, I'm gonna be in a bad place, boys. Bad place.
Hey, I might wear a Van Dyke jersey. I don't know,
Legend.
but I'll be cheering. I'll be singing the song. It'll be great. It'll be a cool experience, and I hope they smash United.
Right on, brother. We appreciate you all following along, watching, listening. We'll be back next week. Cheers.